makes room for him. Promise you, this ain't gonna go the way you think it's gonna go, but it's gonna go the way we need it to go for where we are. Somebody say amen. A man's gift. A man's gift. What does it do? It makes room for him. Does it stop there? No. But it also brings him before great men. Lord, what do we who came out today need to get from this? A man's gift. Who is this man that Solomon's talking about? Does anybody know? Who is it? What did you say, Corey? Exactly. Because you know the man. You know this man personally, intimately. In fact, you know him better than anybody else, although you know him incompletely. You don't know everything about him, but you know more than your neighbor does. This word in this text was translated from the Hebrew word Adam. Adam means what again, Minister C? The word Adam means mankind. So Solomon isn't just talking about the male gender, is he? He's talking about male and female. He's actually talking about everybody. So the text could have said everybody's gift. It's everybody's gift that's making room for them, and it's everybody's gift that will bring them before great men. It's something we all got, so nobody gets excluded. Everybody is subject to this principle, whether they know it or not, whether they agree to it or not. Every person in here, this right here, touches your life. As a matter of fact, you're living it out right now. Because it's everybody. Everybody's what? Gift. So the next question that ought to come to mind, since it includes me, what is this thing that you call a gift? Is it the ability to sing? Is it the ability to preach? Is it the ability to teach? Is it the ability to write books? Is it the ability to edit books? Is it the ability to cook? It's all because we are an incredibly talented group of people, aren't we? Our gifts kind of shine a light on us sometimes and make us a worthy candidate to be cherry picked. Is it those gifts? Look at your neighbor and say, I believe it's deeper than that. Because the initial answer to that question is, it is all those things. It is Travis's ability to play the keyboards. It is Tam's ability to cook. It is Angie's ability to preach. But it's so much more than that, because when you delve into this text and you begin to look at this word is so much more encompassing than the things you let us see. Say that again. It's so much more encompassing than the things you let us see. See, everybody's got what I call performance gifts. We all got the gifts. I'm standing in mine right now. Our performance gifts are those gifts that we let you see. It's that stuff that we get to work on in private, where we fine tune that thing. We stand in the mirror and work on that thing. We go to classes and courses and buy books and YouTube it. And so we can be real good that by the time we stand in front of you, we look natural. Because that's the gift we give you permission to judge us by. Because we know once we put that gift on display, we're going to get a grade back from you. And so we work real hard on our performance gifts. But this thing right here that Solomon is saying about everybody is more than what you let us see. He said this thing is all encompassing. It's everything you put out there. And truth be told, as incredible as your gift may be, and as attention grabbing as your gift may be, the public one I'm talking about, is that is a minuscule part of your life. We're amazed at how well you can sing. But that's for like 15 minutes a week. We're blown away at the clarity in which you could exegete the word and present the scriptures in such a relevant manner that we can hear ourselves, see ourselves in the text, and even pull out, extract things that we can use and apply immediately. It's amazing how clear you make that thing be, but that was only 45 minutes of your life. Love what you can do in the kitchen. But once we've eaten it, that's the end of your gift. Brilliant musicians, gifted, 15 minutes a week. So the reality of it is, there's so much more of you at work. And people are thinking or judging or assessing you based solely on the public gift. And even we hide behind the public gifts. And it's only a tiny fraction of your life. And Solomon said, hey, don't be fooled. There's so much more to you and about you that's working for you. It ain't just your ability to preach, Wendell. It ain't just your ability to sing, Kiana. It ain't just your ability to play, Travis and Lamont. It ain't just your ability to preach, Tasha. It ain't just your ability to teach, Jemiah. That's just a little bit. The thing you might want to be mindful of is that other 98%. Because all of it is doing something. Because there's so much more to you than that. It's amazing how we are marvelous and awe-inspiring when the public gift is on display, but there's other pieces of us that's working too. So you could be incredibly talented singer, but a larger portion of you is jealous-hearted than anybody else with a gift. We see you sing, but we haven't gotten close enough to see your jealousy, but it's there. You could be greatly gifted at the ability to preach, but somehow something in you is resistant when it's time for you to learn. So you don't mind studying and giving us what you got, but when you have to sit down and be the student, something in you is resistant. And so you preach for 45 minutes, but you resist for the rest. Which one is working more for you? Because all of them at work, it's great because some of our gifts aren't just the gifts I've named. Some of us got some other gifts that we've worked on to be attention grabbing, you know. Some of us are incredibly gifted at being charming. Some of us are incredibly gifted at being sensual. It took y'all a minute to catch that. Some of you know how to lead with your sexuality. Because the performance gift is just there to get what? Attention. Hey, look at me. So you can be gifted and incredibly attractive, but up underneath that, you're incredibly insecure. How can you be cute and insecure? Says the person who don't believe they are as attractive as you, but you've been cute all your life and you realize it can draw, but it can't keep. So you still cute, but you got something else working 98% of the time. And all of you is working on your behalf. And the part we idolize only shows up part-time. The rest of you is full-time. And Solomon said, this is your offering when a man's gift, a woman's gift, everybody's totality, all that you're putting out there is working for you. And what's amazing to me that I'm discovering is that everybody in here actually knows how to put on a good face. Most of us been schooled and trained in doing that. And so you can fool people as long as you can keep them at bay. You can fool people as long as your interactions are small and limited. You know, just it can, you know, if I only see you on Sundays, I think you this certain kind of way. Because anybody can hold it together for 2 hours. Amen. Anybody can be blessed and highly favored for 2 hours. Anybody can just be in love with Jesus and just dripping with the anointing just 2 hours. Because this is a pretty protected place, and it's a place that's conducive to your performance. And so if you can clap when we clap, if you can holler when we holler, if you can dance when we dance, if you can read the board and recite the songs when we recite, you look like the part. But what's amazing about God is that he has set up his principles and his word, which is ruled by his principles, and they see through your facade. They see through mine, and they respond to the real thing, not the showtime you. They don't even call you by your actor name. They call you by your real name, and they respond to what you're putting out. When the curtain closes. And so your life is more reflective of the totality of you than it is your performance gifts. Have you ever wondered sometimes when you're judging somebody from afar and you're like, man, they're really gifted, but something ain't right? Because you begin to get a little glimpse of their entire life. Not just when the lights are on, not just when the cameras are on. And no, we're not teaching folk to judge people, but you got eyes. And so we begin to see in God's principles that you're going to build the life you really have. You're going to get what you really sow. And so it keeps coming back. And so a man's gift, I know who the man is. I know what the gift is. The gift is not just me at my best. The gift is me in my totality. And guess what the gift is doing? What scripture say? Read that for me. So all of me is doing what? Ooh. See, I used to be excited about this text. I understood it was all of me. I thought it was just the best parts of me making room. No. It's 100% of you. It's making room, the unhealed part of you, the ignored part of you, that messy part of you, that gossiping part of you, that meddling part of you. Ain't just when you got the mic, it's all of you. And see, the parts that you don't want to be public, they don't mind being quiet as long as they get their hands on some hammers and some nails, because they're behind the scene making room. You ain't got to put us on display. That's all right. We got a hard hat. We in the back. We sawing and putting up 2x4s. So you keep on doing what you think is impressive to the people, but you are making a room. What I'm putting out there, watch this now, is building my enclosure. And eventually the enclosure overtakes the public gift. It's just a matter of time. And see, the thing we got to ask ourselves, being the driven people that we are, being those that are called to lead, are we building just an enclosure that some might call a prison? Or are we building a room, a platform for others to come in and learn too? Because if they get to come in and learn too, guess what they get to see? They get to see the clutter, but we got to come back. We'll come back to that. And so all of you, for all of your life, has been building this room. And if you are still objecting to your life and you're still asking God, where is my this? Where is my that? Maybe you hadn't built the quite built the room for it. I'm single. Where is my husband? Where is my wife? Where is the room? Where's the room? I'm ready for promotion. I don't think you got room for that. I want my breakthrough. But we got to break into the room that you're building. Because the things I'm asking God for aren't as easily impressed as the people. The things I'm asking God for show up with truth in mind, and they wait till you finish with your run, and you wait till you finish with your song, wait till you finish with your sermon, wait till you finish with your book, wait till you finish impressing people, wait till you set your public persona down. And they say, can we talk for real, and tell you why the blessing hadn't shown up yet? Because the real you is not in compliance. It's not in compliance. The real you won't give us glory, so we're holding back till you kill that joker so we can come and bless you. And so we got this room that we've been constructing. My gift, my person, my totality has been constructing this room all of my life. And the thing is, since I'm mobile, that must mean the room. The room is mobile. Not only mobile, it's attached. And so wherever I go, it goes. And see, what makes this thing interesting is that, watch this. Okay, watch this. You changed churches. And you show up, guess what you do? You lead with your performance gifts. So you're impressive initially. But the longer you stay, the more we get a glimpse of the room. You changed jobs because it was them people over there. They didn't understand you. They were keeping you down. They were suppressing your gift. Didn't give you credit for your work. And so you show up with your best foot forward, because we never show up acting our normal self. You don't show up nowhere with rollers in your head. You don't show up nowhere revealing how you're really going to be as a co-worker. You know, you show up putting your best foot forward with all that hammering and nailing going on in the background. It's nice to meet you. What's all that in the back? Oh, don't worry about what's back there. And I just... You change relationships because they were attracted to the performance. And you knew what areas to perform in. But when you invite a person into a relationship, you didn't realize that you had to let them in the room. Mercy. And not only do you have to let them in the room, God says it ain't just a few people, but he says what this room's going to do is bring you before how many? Great. That word means many. So he's saying, I'm going to keep sending people who keep talking about what they see in the room. Just to see if I can give you incentive to declutter the room. See, it's amazing. Our coping mechanism and our survival instinct will give us this crazy ability to put everybody in the same category, that all of y'all misunderstand me, all of y'all misinterpret me, but everybody is saying the same thing about you. They just don't get me. They don't understand my, and this is what we do when we're real deep and spooky. They just don't get my anointing, God. As I said earlier, they got eyes. And so God says this message will be a resounding message coming over and over again. Great men. So we wanted this to mean that, man, if I just work on my public gift, somebody's going to come and open doors for me, and I'm going to go get to preach for T.D. Jakes. I'm going to get to sing in the Buns of Course Center. I'm going to be on television. My book's going to be a bestseller, God said, before we do all of that. Before I make you as big as I want to make you big, I want to make sure that when they meet you in your room, that they're not utterly disappointed, because when they're disappointed in you, they have a tendency to be disappointed in him. Because you show up representing him, and they see how much came with you. Am I making sense? Because they get close to you. And they get to see, and that's when they begin to say things like, man, he can preach, but man, she can sing, but man, she's a heck of a writer, but can't nobody make a mean macaroni and cheese like her. But the stuff you got to deal with to get the food, but I just want a plate. Just want a plate. And you're upset because listen to me, intimacy requires inspection. You want intimacy, but I can't look around. You want to be close. Because what I find out later is that you really didn't want to be close. You just wanted more of the applause I gave you when I saw you perform. You just wanted more of the compliments when you showed up your best self. When your weave was tight and your face was beat. And you had your stuff tucked in, tucked under. Now you spring the real scalp on me, and so you're wondering why I'm looking. I'm looking. You was Mr. Charming when you came to get me. You opened my car door. You made sure I had everything I needed, sir. You was full of compliments, but now I done got past the front porch. I'm in the house and something don't look right over in the corner. Because I was impressed when I met you, but now that I'm in the room, I'm looking at all the heads you have mounted on the wall of all the people that came before me. And you telling me don't pay that no attention? No, that's just something in my past. That's what I used to be. That's what. Then why is it memorialized on the wall? Why? Oh, I know him. You mess with him. It makes you want to back outside the room. Let me love you from out here, because what's going on in there? Are you a hoarder or something? Why is this still in here? Didn't know you were that insecure. Didn't know you was that jealous. I didn't know you couldn't handle your bills. You dress like you got money. I didn't know. You ride like you got money. Just didn't know. Gives new meaning to come on in the room. I don't know. And you steadily hollering, don't go back there. That room's off limits. That room's off limits. It's okay. Let's just court on the porch. Might be lucky enough to come to the living room. Young folk don't know what court means. I'm sorry. Just holler at me on the porch. And so instead of allowing them to see just how cluttered your life is behind the performance gift, oftentimes we go ahead and sabotage it. Or we just move on. Because the performance gift is always attractive. Depends on what you're performing with. Sometimes it's safe to move on to the next one. I want to say something. I'll just say it like this again. Depends on what you're performing with. Because truth be told, some of the heads on the wall are people who got trapped by your performance. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Because sometimes your performance can be so good it makes them ignore the clutter for just a minute. But it ain't lasting. And truth be told, Kyron, everybody's room got some clutter. And see, what we really need is somebody, because it still ain't good for me to be alone. It's not. So I still need somebody that wants to come in, and I'll let you see the clutter if you came with a broom. Did you come? Did you bring some garbage bags? Did you bring some gloves with you? Did you at least bring some pine sol? Did you bring something? Because if you want to be in this with me, you got to come to work. This is like Saturday morning at my house. My house smelled like pine sol and bleach on Saturday morning because it was time to clean. And if somebody spent the night on Friday night, just because you spent the night, on Saturday we clean. And so if you slept here Friday night and if you ate here Friday night, you going to clean the bathroom, a toilet, you're going to do something. Because if you coming in this room, the problem is we got everybody trying to peep in your room, watch this now, to see the clutter so they can feel better about their own. You didn't come to help, you came to compare. You didn't come to help me move some stuff, pack some stuff up, store some stuff away. You just wanted to come stand and examine the clutter to feel like your clutter is better. That's like saying your it stank less than mine. I said it. Yes, sir. But it's the same thing. But you somewhere building a platform off of my clutter. As if you ain't got dirty drawers over in the corner of your room. You just think we don't see it. You just think we don't smell it. You don't think we know some people who've been there. And so all of you, it's making room, all of you. We see it all. Guess what? And God keeps sending folk. Trying to warn you, be careful now. Be careful how you handle that clutter. Be careful. You know we got social media now, be careful. Got this clutter. And the real sad part, Sheila, watch this. I'm suffering. And many times I'm suffering silently with this room, in this room, silently. But then I come out and act like I got it. Because even in the room amidst the clutter, I'm ignoring the clutter and I'm still trying to perfect the performing gift. Because if I think y'all like my gift that I give you, you might be willing to accept the clutter. But the sad part about it is that you might draw me in with the performing gift, But the accepting the clutter, I got to live with that. I got to live in the squalor. And I'm a victim of my own construction. And what's even sadder is that, Regina, I wasn't even supposed to build a room. It has always been God's job to build my room, to build my place. In the beginning of mankind, God shows up and he does what? He builds a place. Ain't no man in sight. He builds a place, then he makes Adam. Then he makes mankind. He constructs the place first. Watch this now. In Genesis, he builds the place. Then he makes and develops the man for the place. Did y'all get that? That's a pattern throughout Scripture. So busy trying to establish my own platform, when God says there's one that's already constructed. So since he's built that, he's now supposed to do me like he did Adam. I hear you, Holy Ghost. Reach down in my dirt. Make me from a dirty place. Look at that, look at that. God didn't find something sanitary. God didn't find something sanitized. He said, I'm going to make a man. He's going to become like me. I'm going to make him out of dirt. Got this beautiful garden over here. Got this beautiful platform over here. Got this beautiful ministry over there. Why are you going to take this beautiful thing and go build something out of dirt for this beautiful thing? God said, that's just what I do. That's what I do. And I develop him for the place. He's always been doing that. That's the order of God. You're sweating and straining, trying to figure out where you fit, when you really ought to be trying to figure out how you heal. You're using all this energy because you think you're running out of time trying to get to some place that God has carved out for you. And God said, I made the place before you even got here. But I need you to be developed for the place, or the place will kill you. Because the place I've made makes demands on the real you, not the fake you. Paul was trying to tell us that in 1 Corinthians 2:9. Watch this. 1 Corinthians 2:9. Put that up for me real quick. But just as it is written, things which eye has not seen, the ear has not heard, which have not entered the hearts of man, all that God has for them that love him. He said it's been prepared. He said you're constructing day by day. He said what I made is finished. It's prepared. And it's so awesome. Guess what? You can't build it, because your eyes haven't seen it. You ain't never seen nothing like you before. And you never will again. Let me say that again. God wasn't just throwing scraps together. He was making something unique, fearfully and wonderfully made. You have never seen you before. So why are you competing and comparing? You ain't never been here before. Why are you jealous? Why are you insecure? Here's the other stuff I've been constructing with Sean. Why am I harboring all this other stuff in the room? Because I don't realize what he's making out of me. It ain't never been and will never ever be another. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. They haven't heard what I placed in your belly to say into this world and set some things in motion, because it's words that ignite things, that get stuff started. I've been molding you and shaping your sound, not your look. You working on your look, I'm working on your sound. You working on how you look to people. I want to appeal to you. I want to be attractive to you. God says, I want you to move them with what comes up out of your mouth. Because your looks don't set nothing in motion. It's what's being said. It's what you say that ends curses. It's what you say that begins blessings. It's what you say that destroys yokes. And what you say that brings about healing. You just be cute and bound. Ain't nothing worse than having all of the trappings of the world and still lose your soul. What profits you to gain everything that this world thinks matters, but you never find yourself? That's so because the real you hadn't shown up so they can see it. The real you hadn't shown up so they can hear it. What I put in you to place in them has yet to enter their hearts. You're just giving them what you constructed. So now they receive your gossip as gospel. Now they mimic your insecurities. Now you teach them that it's okay to be judgmental, as if you get to slide God off of his throne. Every time you render a verdict over somebody's life, you're acting just like Satan. I just want my throne right beside his. That's what the devil said, right? He says, so you're not acting like me, you're acting like your former father. Some of him still in you. Am I making sense? Where am I supposed to be in this? So what I should be doing is allowing God. Hold up. I hear you, Holy Spirit. So the place that you're at now is not the place. You think it's the be-all, end-all? You think you've arrived? This is just a holding station. Where you are right now, the things you've done now, the songs you've sung, the books you wrote, all that was practice for the real thing. How do I know? Because you're still too jacked up to get the real one. Am I? Okay. So y'all don't think I'm talking about y'all. I'm still too jacked up to get the real one. I still got stuff in my room. I got stuff in my room, because God told me, remember God told me a couple years ago that we was going to have 13,000 members. We ain't even got 1,300. He said the thing that's, because he talked to me all the way back from Atlanta yesterday. He said, all you got is what you show. He said, you're a 300 member pastor with a 13,000 possibility. He said, so I got to orchestrate some things. He said, I got to allow some things to happen that expose the clutter. Just when you thought you had the room sealed, don't put some wallpaper over the door. They don't even know there's a room in the back of the house. No, we got a 2-bedroom. I thought the dimensions say y'all got 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. No, ain't nothing back there in the bag. And so we get excited when the word says God can open doors that no man can close. What if you the man trying to close your own doors? What if that's what he meant? What if he meant that you keep trying to shut it and you can't get it closed no more, and great people keep coming? I'm trying to shut it, but people can see. Because God says wounds take exposure to allow healing. And so we get to this place when God is ready to do, everybody likes to shout about this, God's getting ready to do a new thing. He can't do a new thing with an old man. And so we get to this point where after the door has been opened and many have come to look into the room and what you've been building off of the parts that aren't so public, then God asked the question. And before even God asked the question, what he does is he sends people to ask the question. And the question is, why? Why do you still have that? Why do you think you still need that? Why are you holding on to that persona? Because unless he asks why, you won't stop in your tracks. And once the conversation begins with the why, come back in a couple Sundays and I'll tell you the rest. Come on, stand to your feet. I need to get in here and clean up this room. Because all of me is building my platform. And there's a bigger part of me than it is the part I'm willing to present. But it has the right to construct my life. God will not be mocked. Whatever you put out there, you're building in multiples. Why must I act this way? Why do I respond like this? Why is it so important for me to be so deeply involved in things I have no impact on? Why am I so deeply involved in somebody else's life when mine is in disarray? Why do I sabotage every opportunity that comes along? Why do I still constantly second guess myself, although people think this gift is wonderful and this gift keeps bringing attention to me and people keep showing up and I keep running them off because they want to go in the back room? I'm getting too old for this. I'm getting too old for this. I really wonder sometimes if people really want to be healed. Some of us have benefited from making our weakness our identity. Keeps us from responsibility. It's always somebody else's fault, which means I'm reducing myself to living my life in captivity. We need to be healed. Over the next several weeks, we're going to go real deep, and I'm trying to figure out how to lay it out for you because it's real meat. It's real meaty. So if you want vegetables, you got to bring them yourself. And I'm somewhat intimidated by it. I get it, but I'm in this house I've built. There's some insecurity with how well I can deliver what seems to be complicated. So God says, why are you still relying on you? It's so easy to give in to less than in this season of my life. And I know you've all had them. It's so easy to play small. It's so easy to slip back in the shadows and in the corners. But let me tell you something. Even if you stick a candle in the corner, the light still will shine. What God has turned on inside of you, it will still draw people to you. And so, since they are still coming, you might want to get busy cleaning up. They coming. Father, we thank you for this introduction to this season of teaching for us. Where we'll be transformed after we first be stripped. After we first go through some exposure and some incredible and intense moments of vulnerability, then we'll be healed, transformed, set free, delivered. This season is a strange one, and challenging one, and it's beyond words that my little intellect can try to frame. But despite all of that, your presence is thick. Your hand is strong. You're so close, God, I feel like I can feel your breath on my neck. Your assurance has increased tenfold. You're not just the God in us, you're the God among us. Thank you, Emmanuel. Now, Father, if there's any soul in this place that has not said yes to the free gift, the pardoning gift of Jesus Christ, where they can be given a clean slate with you, maybe not with men, but a clean slate with you, and that's what ultimately matters. If they have not received that, Father, you said nobody comes except you draw. So I'm standing flat-footed in your word today that you are desirous to call us. You want us to come. So, Father, if there be one, draw, and draw again. Shatter their fear, shatter their issues, silence the demonic chatter in their life. Demons still behave when you show up. You command them to be silent so that they can hear your still small voice that says to us all at some point, I have need of you. If you're in this place, all eyes are closed, believers are praying, and you know you don't have a relationship with Jesus Christ, and you know you got a whole bunch of stuff going on, and you don't know how you're going to get through it, stop it, quit it, give it up. You don't know. That's all right. That's all right. I know somebody who can handle all of you, and he knows how to handle all of you. He's gentle in how he changes you. He doesn't show up condemning you. He shows up loving you. And he begins to reveal to you the possibilities of things for you. Stuff nobody ever told you. You got to accept it. So if you're here, all you need to do for me is just take your hand and put it in the air for a second. I see you, my brother. I see you, my brother. Hallelujah. Three men. Got you, brother. I see your hand, brother. You can put it there. Thank you. When the foundations are destroyed, what can the righteous do? In this season, God is confounding the wisdom of the wise and restoring foundations. Didn't seem like he'd be doing that now, but he gets to be God. I feel a little greedy. So I got the three brothers. I feel a little greediness coming on me. And if there's any reason to be greedy, we ought to be greedy for souls. Listen, I feel it running up and down my back like electricity right now. But there's somebody else who's sitting there, you debating with God, and I ain't ready, I'm not ready. This is not about your readiness, it's about his. It's about his. You don't even know if you're ready. But I promise you, when you feel him tugging at you, he's telling you this is your time. Don't miss your moment. We're gonna go, but I gotta make an appeal to this last one, this last person. All eyes are closed. I don't want them to feel your stares. Where is that last hand? I see you, sweetheart. Thank you. Just need to be sure. Just need to be sure. Come on, let's pray with these four. Repeat after me. Say, Father, I thank you for allowing time for me to come to myself. I thank you for Jesus Christ. I confess with my mouth that Jesus is my Lord. That means this day I turn over my rights to him. He owns me. I also believe that you raised him from the dead. That means he is God too. That means he has the power to save me. I'm saved. My confession, my faith has redeemed me. I have all rights of all believers. I'm not a late comer. I didn't show up late. I get all of you, God, and you get all of me. I get all of you, God, and you get all of me. Heal all of me. Deliver all of me. Rebuild all of me. Make me your son. Make me your daughter. Make me your glory. In Jesus' name, somebody shout amen. Come on, celebrate. I know you're not that tired. 4 people, plus the 3 from earlier. Master, now as we make plans to leave your building, we never will leave your presence. Holy Spirit, be the Paracletos that walks beside us, counsels us, lead us in all truth. Discipline us in this walk, God. You chastise those whom you love. Correct us and correct us quickly. Give us your strength where we're weak so that we might do your will. God, teach us how to love one another. Teach us how to forgive one another. Teach us how to stand in our faith. Teach us how to be teachers of your word. Teach us how to stand when we've done all we can do to stand. Teach us to be resilient on the mountain as well as in the valley. Make us whole. We open ourselves up to be healed. To be healed. Help us stop this construction that doesn't reflect your glory. In Jesus' name. I love you, CYM.